Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks a bunch for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. I do appreciate it. Guys, we're going to do another vitamin C beer here. These guys are up in Massachusetts. This is their Mango Marshmallow Popsicle. And that is this is their sour pipe project. This is a 6.2 percenter. And it says King of Fruit on the can, 7/23 of 20. So, guys, this is about a week old. Big 16-ounce can, plain Jane silver can, stick-on wrap-around label. This comes to me by the way of Greg, and it was contributed to the Beer Mouth package by his friend Richie, who picked it up at the brewery. Not a big beer, it's 6.2%. And according to what I'm seeing on the can, it should be a sour beer. Now, I don't know how sour it's going to be. Yesterday's beer was very pleasant. It wasn't too sour for me. A lot of people like sour beers, and a lot of people like super sour beers or super tart beers. I'm not in that category. Yesterday's beer was very pleasant to drink, so I'm hoping this one is going to be too. So, with that being said, thanks a bunch for Greg for sending it to me, and thanks a bunch to Richie for contributing to the Beer Mouth package. This is the second one that he has given Greg to send to me, so, and he picked them up at the brewery, so it doesn't get a whole lot fresher than that usually. When I went over to Beer Advocate, they don't even have this beer listed. So evidently it's something new, and nobody's posted anything on it yet. It's not even in there. And like I said, these guys are from Massachusetts. Untapped does have it listed, and they've had 32 ratings already, where Beer Advocate doesn't have any. So again, Beer Advocate seems to be a dying site to me. Just my opinion though. A refreshing sour, loaded with mangoes and balanced with notes of marshmallow. Again, yesterday's beer had marshmallow in it, and I got a lot of graham cracker notes from that. So I don't know if I'm going to get that on this one or not. But this one, this is not a dark beer like yesterday's beer was. The picture here on Untapped looks like a New England style beer. It definitely looks like an unfiltered beer. It's got a big cream or dreamsicle picture, popsicle on the front of it. Maybe they did some lactose on yesterday's and today's beers to get that sweetness. I don't know. It doesn't say that anywhere that I've seen. So also, Beer Advocate, Untapped has it listed as 6%, where this can says 6.2%. So I don't know if they've done it before, and that batch was 6 and this one's 6.2. I don't have that information either, guys. So, but this one is 6.2%. So we don't have IBUs on this one. So let's get it into the glass. Very cloudy, very hazy coming out. And it seems to be decently carbonated. So I'm going to back off on that aggressive pour. I am going to swirl it around a little bit here, which will increase the head factor quite a bit usually. And we probably won't be able to get it all in the glass on this initial pour, but we will before we go off camera. I really like these big 16 ounces. It gives you your bang for your buck. It gives you a full glass instead of this much in the glass. very nice. I do like the 16-ounce cans. I prefer the cans over bottles nowadays, guys. It's a mini keg, keeps the light out. You're not going to get any skunkiness. It's a mini keg. So, but there's a can shortage, so I don't know how that's going to affect these breweries. I don't know. So, the head is dissipated while I was flapping my gums there. Does look like orange juice in the glass there, guys. Not a lot of light coming through the glass. Definitely looks like a New England style beer. Very, very nice looking beer. What do you think? To the nose we go. I am getting the vanilla and the marshmallow notes, and I don't know if that's contributing with the marshmallow and the vanilla to the graham cracker notes that I'm getting, and I'm getting it on this one too. It's not as prominent on this one as it was yesterday, but I am getting a little bit of graham cracker notes. It's a wonderful smelling beer. It's not got a super hot presence to it. Maybe a hint of some citrusiness. And it doesn't smell too sour. If you can smell sour, I don't know if that's possible, but the sourness definitely comes through on the taste usually, whether it's super sour or just a little bit, or hardly any. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg, Richie. Thank you both. And the head is completely dissipated now. Not too sour. Just perfect. Just enough to let you know. I am getting the graham cracker on the taste, the vanilla, the marshmallows. This is very similar to yesterday's beer, where yesterday's was done with blackberries. This one was done with mangoes. Slight hint of the mangoes in there too. A little bit of tropical fruit notes with the mangoes. Very, very pleasant beer. 6.2%. With the cloudiness and the appearance of the beer and the taste, I would buy this beer, guys, even though it's not to 7% where most of my go-to beers are. I like the way it looks. I like the way it smells. I like the way it tastes. Well, very well done. Vitamin C doing some awesome stuff, guys. It doesn't have to be 7, 8, 9, 10% to be an impressive tasting beer. Back end pour goes in. We swirled it around. Hopefully we're going to get everything out of that can. Very colorful label on it. Very well done. Very nicely done. Great looking beer. Good tasting beer too. Very smooth. Delicious. Right out of the fridge. You know the drill. You want to sip on it? Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it close to an hour. Very, very tasty beer, guys. ABV is on the front. 6.2%. Canned on date. About a week old. Very tasty. Vitamin C Brewing is doing some awesome stuff, guys. Very impressive beer. I would buy this beer, even though it's just a 6.2%, not up to my go-to range of 7. Very, very tasty. I like the way these hazy juice bombs, if you will. But it doesn't have a whole lot of hot presence, and that's not what they were going for on this beer. It's a mango sour. It's a fruity beer. It's a sour fruity beer. So it's not too sour either. Very easy to drink. It's not super sour like a lot of them are. The mango is there. I'm getting a slight hint of some graham cracker, not as much as yesterday's beer, but very pleasant. The vanilla and marshmallows are there. Very, very pleasant. Very easy to drink. Very smooth. Final joke. super pleasant beer to drink, guys. And like I said, when I tell you that I would buy a 6% beer, that's an impressive note, because I don't buy 6% beers. I just don't do it. I'm only allowed a couple a day, and I want to get the bang for my buck. If I'm not doing a beer review, I want a 7%, 8%, or maybe even a little bit more for a final beer of the evening. So that's why you see the Torpedoes and the Highlights and the Imperial Voodoos and the Ballast Point Victory at Seas. All of those are 7% and bigger. That's about all the selection I have going to the little craft beer gas station store or the Kroger store my wife works at, unless I drive 30 miles across town to the craft beer store. And then those beers are rather pricey, so and I understand that. I mean, you got to pay for quality. I mean, you're not drinking Budweiser, Miller, Coors. I mean, you can't buy 30 of them for $15. So it is what it is in the craft beer industry, and you got to pay for that, and I realize that. So once again, thanks to Greg and Richie, his friend, that picked up the vitamin C beers and gave to him to get to me. I enjoyed this beer. Super tasty, guys. To me, it is definitely an A beer. And if you say, "Oh my God, that's an A," it's a 100, it's A plus, I would not argue with that. Not my style of beer, but very pleasant for me to drink. So with that being said, 98 from me on this one, guys. Very, very tasty beer. Over to Beer Advocate, they don't even have it listed. So evidently it's a new offering, since this one is barely a week old. It probably hasn't been done before, so nobody's posted anything on that site. And I find less and less people are posting on that site. They've gone away from it. And I've been saying this for about a year now, and I may also, as far as I'm concerned, Beer Advocate is in the back room in the shower, taking a dip on this beer. Over to Untapped, 32 people have commented or posted something on this beer, quite a few, and they have it rated at 4.37. That's definitely in their A range. I'm giving it into the upper A range. Very, very tasty. I would buy it, guys. So if you've had the Sour Pipe Project Mango Marshmallow Popsicle, let me know what you think. I enjoyed it. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.